Sean Diddy Combs, denied bail for a third time, will remain behind bars until May 2025 trial. U.S. District Judge Arun Subramanian rejected the music mogul's $50 million proposal in the sex trafficking case. Sean Diddy Combs will remain behind bars until his May 2025 sex trafficking trial. The defense's third attempt to free the 54-year-old music mogul was denied on Wednesday. It's been an eventful 2 weeks in the federal case against the Bad Boy Records founder. U.S. District Judge Arun Subramanian agreed that the government provided clear and convincing evidence that no condition or combination of conditions will reasonably assure the safety of the community if he were to be released. The judge cited the nature and circumstances of the offense charged, the weight of the evidence against the music mogul, Combs's history and characteristics, and nature and seriousness of the danger that would be posed by the person's release. Combs was denied bail twice before. Combs's lawyers then proposed a detailed $50 million package in hopes of freeing their client. The latest offer included home confinement with GPS monitoring at a New York City apartment, an approved list of guests, with reportedly no female visitors allowed other than family members, and 24/7 monitoring of Combs by private security. The government strongly opposed this, as it has accused Combs of witness tampering, even behind bars, and believe he's a danger to others. In his written decision, Subramanian cited charges set forth in the federal indictment against Combs. For decades, Combs allegedly abused, threatened, and coerced women and others around him to fulfill his sexual desires, protect his reputation, and conceal his conduct. To do so, Combs relied on the employees, resources, and influence of the multifaceted business empire that he led and controlled, creating a criminal enterprise whose members and associates engaged in, and attempted to engage in, among other crimes, sex trafficking, forced labor, kidnapping, arson, bribery, and obstruction of justice. Combs has pleaded not guilty to all charges. Subramanian also wrote, "There is compelling evidence of Combs's propensity for violence," as he referenced the 2016 video footage of the rapper appearing to beat ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura. Combs publicly apologized after a hotel surveillance video of the incident was leaked earlier this year. The judge has yet to rule on Combs's jailhouse notes, which were the subject of a heated hearing last week. Prosecutors gained access to them after an October 28 sweep of the Metropolitan Detention Center, MDC, in Brooklyn, New York. The government claimed it showed that the entrepreneur was trying to pay off witnesses from jail. Combs's defense team argued that the notes viewed were attorney-client privileged material they included in the defense's legal strategy. Subramanian said at the November 19 hearing that he'd review whether the notes contained privileged information, which could take weeks, but that he would not take the notes into consideration when ruling on the issue of bail. However, he had some questions for the defense at the November 22 hearing about if the defense retroactively wrote legal on the notes in question. The defense team said it was trying to get to the bottom of when legal was written on some of the notes, according to the Inner City Press. Combs staying behind bars isn't a surprise. Legal experts previously told Yahoo Entertainment that it was likely the judge would uphold the prior rulings as circumstances have not drastically changed. On September 16, Combs was arrested by federal agents at a Manhattan hotel and charged with racketeering, sex trafficking, and transportation to engage in prostitution. He faces a flurry of civil sexual assault lawsuits as well, but has maintained his innocence. Jussie Smollett's hate crime hoax case has taken yet another sharp and surprising turn. The Illinois Supreme Court overturned the Empire actor's conviction on charges that he staged a homophobic and racist attack against himself outside a Subway restaurant in Chicago in 2019 and then lied to police about it. The court determined that Smollett should not have been charged a second time for the same incident after the initial charges against him were dismissed in an agreement with Cook County prosecutors. "We are aware that this case has generated significant public interest and that many people were dissatisfied with the resolution of the original case and believed it to be unjust," the ruling stated. Nevertheless, what would be more unjust than the resolution of any one criminal case would be a holding from this court that the state was not bound to honor agreements upon which people have detrimentally relied. The ruling did not address the validity of Smollett's claim of innocence, according to the Associated Press. It did cite Bill Cosby's case, referring to it as one that the public also had strong interest in and involved enforcing a prosecutorial promise not to prosecute. Smollett, who's black and gay, claimed two men yelled homophobic and racial slurs, splashed him with bleach, put a rope around his neck, and assaulted him on a city street. He claimed one said, "This is MAGA country." There was a high-profile search for the suspects, with two brothers, Abimbola Bola and Olabinjo Olol Osendero, being detained. Prosecutors later claimed that Smollett staged the attack, paying the Osenderos, who were acquaintances of the actor. Smollett was in prison at one point, but 6 days into a 150-day sentence in 2022, he was released pending his appeal, which was filed in 2023, in the bizarre 5-year legal saga. Here are the memorable twists and turns.